When I had this realization, it was like a weight had been lifted off of my shoulders and my life started that moment. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And today, I tweeted about this and I asked you guys if I have recently talked about this because I feel like I'm constantly talking about this, but I can't find a dedicated video about this on my channel except for the one that I did like 3 years ago about my non-abiding awakening. I've gotten more context on what happened to me and more understanding, and I think that I need to constantly be bringing this information back to the forefront of why I have this channel now, why I am in the position that I'm in. And also, there's a lot more new people in our community. So I want to say welcome to all 517,000 beautiful souls out there. My puppy is crying. He's probably, you know what, let's bring him. We just went on a walk, so I thought he'd be okay, but no. So like I was saying, welcome to all 517,000 of you. If you don't know my story, this will give you a lot more context on that. And there's a lot to be learned from this experience that I had. I didn't know, I'm gonna tell you the story, but I did not know what this experience was for like 6-7 years after. When I had this experience, I just went on about my normal life, and every so often I'd Google something trying to figure out what the F happened to me. What was that? What did I experience? I found no answer. Now, since I've been sharing my experience on this channel, so many of you have told me that you've experienced something similar. And I have finally, a few years ago, got a word for it, a name for it. And since then, I've had many other people explain what happened to me. And this may have happened to you because it's actually not rare. In fact, I think that the number is about 49% of Americans experience some sort of mystical experience. So this experience that I've had, it's called a non-abiding awakening according to Guru Adyashanti, or the peak experience according to Abraham Maslow. And a lot of people just call it the mystical experience. So basically, this is what happened to me. I was 21 at the time. I don't even know the age because I was so detached from my body and from myself back then that I can't even tell you what I was thinking. I was on antidepressants, I was drinking, I was taking anti-anxieties, I was eating horribly. I'm talking pizza every night, chicken wings, Buffalo Wild Wings every night, drinking beer with my then boyfriend at the time, horrible, abusive, mentally and physically abusive relationship. I was not on my spiritual path at all. Yes, on the side when I was home and in my own space, I was watching documentaries and reading and still internally on that mission, but it wasn't a part of my life in a big way at all. I have been spiritual my entire life just as a natural thing, right? But this experience was something that I'd never, ever heard of. And I had no context. And this one day, I'm getting ready to go out for the night we were literally going to Buffalo Wild Wings that night. I'm not even kidding. I can almost bet my life that that's where we were going. But I got ready for the night and I walked out my door where I was living at my mom's house at the time. I pulled open the doorknob and it's as if the entire world scoped out. And in a split second, I saw everything. And if somebody were to hook me up now, I'm getting teary-eyed. If somebody were to hook me up now and ask me to talk about this experience, I wonder what parts of my brain would light up. It is so clear to me still. It's such a felt experience. I see it still. And a lot of it can't be put into words, but a lot of it can, and I'll talk about that too. The experience was being scoped out, seeing the planet, seeing the universe. And I'm not saying that I met some sort of man that presented himself as God. What I did see and what I did feel is this loving presence behind me. So quantum physics says that we cannot get behind consciousness. Consciousness is all. And it's almost as if I couldn't look behind me to see God, to see all that is, to see the creator. But it was behind me. And it's always there. That energy is always there. All this happened in a split second. The time it takes you to snap your fingers, that's how long it took. I felt this loving energy behind me, And it's interesting because, like I was saying, often people who have these peak experiences, these mystical experiences, cannot put what they experienced into words because it is ineffable. It is literally like we don't have the senses to compute what the truth is on here. It's literally taking on God's eyes for a second and seeing outside of the human perception, seeing as God sees. But not only was I able to somehow translate that experience and still see it. I still see it right now. I see the mathematical equations. I see everything. Not only was I able to translate it, it was also broken down for me in 3 neat little themes. 3 neat little lessons tied up this immense, peak, mystical, grand grace of God experience. And I was able to deduce it to 3 concepts that you and I can understand and can remember and can live according to this experience. When I see that other people have such a hard time bringing back the experience and talking about it, I can only imagine, and I know this, it's a very felt thing to know this, that the reason why I received it in this way is so that I can convey it, so that I can relay it into others. I got this platform so I could talk about this. The enormity of that is so stunning. It actually brings me to tears. It's like I had nothing back then. And I have everything now. And I was given this gift from God, from the Creator, from Source. And allowed to speak about it, and I'm allowed to teach it. And is there any more proof that we need that the divine is talking to us and with us all the time? Whew. So the 3 lessons were as follows. 1, we are all connected, unified. We are one consciousness. I am the same thing as every tree. That's literally what I saw. I saw a tree and I realized, oh, that is me. I'm also every ant. That also extends to understanding and knowing that you are also the murderers. You're also the government. You're also, the person in China and in Africa and South America. You are your neighbor. You are your lover. You are all of it. You are me. This is just you speaking to you and just reminding you of what you needed to be told, what you needed to be reminded of. The second thing that I learned is that everything is going according to plan. This was paradoxical. The feeling that I experienced was very paradoxical. There was very much a feeling of hopefulness of, oh my God, everything is going according to plan. It's all perfect. But also like, oh, everything is going according to plan. So, it's the violence and the poverty and the hatred and the difficult part of life. That's also the plan. It's also perfect. Contending with that, I wasn't able to conceptualize it at that age. I am now, and it's just like, what do we complain about? It's all perfect. It's all just part of the plan, the beautiful human experience that we're supposed to, and it doesn't look beautiful and it doesn't feel beautiful, but when you realize that you are the perpetrator and the victim, I can't help but get tearful when I speak about it, because it's not something that you can't feel. I feel it just like I felt it that first time, every time. And the more that I learn about it, the more I see how real it is and how so many people have this experience. It's not rare. It's actually quite common. A lot of people have this experience, I forgot to mention, from trauma, really bad things happening to them. Some people will have it from taking psychedelics. Some will have it from meditating. Some will have it from a Kundalini awakening. And some will just receive it randomly like I did. Grace of God. Poof. Here, peek behind the curtain. The last thing that I was given, that I was shown, is that, and I always preface this by saying I know how cheesy it's going to sound, I know how cliche it is, but there's a reason why songs, stories, movies, dramas, comedies, everything relates around love. It's because love is the only thing that matters, and love is the answer to everything. And what I was shown was literally every mathematical equation, every scientific problem, every disease, all cured by love. It all is deduced down to love. How is that practically applied? I don't know. But what I do know is that in my own life, I can just continue to choose love. Love, love, love. Again, open my heart more and more to people and love them regardless. Love them all the time regardless. So I was meditating on these 3 things today before I decided to make this video. And I wrote down some notes. And my notes are how to apply all this, because I talk about it a lot. And I think that I always want to keep talking about it because it's the most important thing ever. It puts life into perspective, these three things. We're all connected. Everything is going according to plan, and love is the answer to everything. There's more to it. It's an understanding that God, the creator, source, the universe, whatever you'd like to term that limitless, boundless, end-self energy, God is in everything. In everything. In everything is spiritual. Sometimes I get comments and people are like, you can't spiritualize this. No, my love. Everything is spiritual. Your entire experience, the human experience from A to Z is spiritual. This is a spiritual experience. If we can consciously bring God into every detail, every aspect of our lives, bring God with us everywhere that we are, in the club, where it's hard to find God, and in temple, and in church. Know that God is there with you, and that you can talk to God, that you could ask for things and be grateful and know that you are a part of God. You are a spark, an emanation of the divine creator. And really meditate deeply on the realization that God is always with you, every corner of the world. No matter if you are a horrible person or an angel, God is always with you. And really just being with that realization, like, I'm always loved. I'm always protected. Everything is going according to plan. I am one with the creator. Oh my God, it's so powerful. My life's work was started from this seed being planted in me all those years ago. I didn't know what it would lead to, but I know that now. I can see the hand of the divine guiding me exactly where I'm supposed to be. Thank you for giving me this platform. Thank you for showing up for me and making it so worth it to show up for you. Thank you. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering that you need to be here. You're part of this beautiful divine plan. I love you. I love you. I am you. I love you. Until next time, as always, keep your vibrations way up. I'm such a crybaby. Bye.